What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Real Ink Lord, and we have
She inks.
here with us today, and we just gonna talk about branding, clients, the stuff we do with tattooing. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, how long you been tattooing?
I have been tattooing now for 12 years, like 12 and a half.
Okay. Any shops or?
I've worked only at one shop, actually.
Okay.
Black Barbie Ink in Milledgeville.
All right, shout out to her. Met y'all in Houston.
Barbie.
Forgot to do the catch up. So I met her in Houston with the Lady of Inks. They are going back on tour this year again.
Yes.
If you are a woman artist and want to get down with Lady of Inks, you got to hit up Lady L or just hit up Ladies of Ink tour and they'll get you started. You know what I'm saying? They take everybody from, I think it was 2 years and up. 2 years. You got to have 2 years.
2 years experience.
Okay, 2 years experience or higher. So for the new ones, y'all could probably do a little apprentice. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into those days. But yeah, so I know you wanted to get on here and talk about some things.
Well, I mean, I'm just, here for the talk. You say it's creative talk, so let's talk. Let's talk.
Right.
I think it's a pretty cool thing.
So what got you into tattooing?
Well, I've always drawn. I've always known I was an artist, just didn't know what I wanted to do with it. So I went to college and graduated with a fine arts degree.
Okay.
And then I started working at a prison, which was
So you was a CO for a little bit.
For a long bit. I did
Okay.
it. I did corrections for 7.5 years.
So dang, okay.
And I was always fascinated with the inmates because there was a male facility that I worked at. I was always fascinated with the ones that did the tattoos, even though they wouldn't let me catch them. They would talk to me about it, you know, and I would see a lot of men, with tattoos. I'm like, tell me about it, like, whatever. So it kind of just fell on me.
What school did you go to?
Fort Valley State. So,
okay, HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Fort Valley, FVSU.
We VSU, so Virginia State. We ran the world. I don't know about Fort Valley.
Yeah, y'all went down here, so y'all couldn't run ours. So
Yeah,
we had to probably run our own world.
Nah, we ran every HBCU. It's okay though.
Yeah, I ain't never even heard of that. What you call it?
Virginia State. Yeah, all right. Y'all want to play some football or basketball?
I mean, I don't know what they got going on now, but we would have played you when I was there.
How long ago was this?
Oh, I graduated a long time ago, like 2004.
Okay, never mind. That was before my time.
Yeah, see, so I mean, we was already done by then. So.
I was 12.
No.
I'm joking.
I mean, don't do that.
Nah, I'm not that young. I'm 30 in my 30s.
He said before my time.
In my 30s. But yeah, so that's what got you into tattooing. How was being a CO though? Like, what made you get out of that? Like, you just wanted to focus more on art?
It was so repetitive, man. Like, and being an artist, it's like every day you get up, you do the same thing. You don't see any growth really, unless you want to be like a higher authority. And I never was interested in it like that. So I had got to a point where I was just tired of doing the same thing over and over again.
Holding the same post. I did a little security too, so I know. I ain't do it on your level, but I did like.
And it wasn't bad. Like, a lot of people think it was just the most crazy job. Like, I didn't know where they could do it, but it's like these people are just like us. They just in trouble or got in trouble. How you say?
Or got caught and didn't even do no shit. Right. It was just a part of some shit. Yeah.
Right. And then they somebody got to come and tell them what to do on a day-to-day basis, but it really don't change too much. So it just got to a point where I was just like getting up every morning and being there, and then they started doing 12 hours. Well, at first I was doing 8 hours.
Oh yeah, that.
Then they went to 12, and it was just like your whole day. You work 3 days, and you just feel like a prisoner yourself.
But that time and a half was good though. I know when they did y'all do
they
time?
No, it was salary, so we didn't get no.
Shit.
If you was in there, you just was in there.
Oh nah, they got y'all asses. For me, we had that time and a half. Oh, you want to work a holiday and get paid your time and a half? Oh yeah, I work Christmas. I ain't doing nothing no way. Go ahead and get paid what? 36 an hour?
Yeah, but in there it's like somebody got beat up for Christmas anyway, so you just on the Christmas list.
See, that's why I said my security was different than y'all's. I got paid time and a half.
It was bad.
But tattooing 12 years, I'm going on 13 myself. So conventions. I know, like I said, I met you at the Houston convention last year. What conventions you doing this year?
Well, I know I'm gonna go do Atlanta, and then I'm going to do Chicago, Orlando, and there's another one I signed up for, but I'm not exactly sure which one it is. I have to go back.
Charlotte?
I sure.
Okay. So,
But it ain't too late if I decide to go to that one. So
yeah.
I said that I put it at my goal at 4, and if I do more, then I just do more. But as of right now, I'm sticking with 4 for the year.
Gotcha. I think I'm trying to do 9. My goal is 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I got planned to do 9 just in case, I get there and then not get there, but like it get to that point and I don't have a client.
And you want to go
but
again,
yeah. So I'm trying to find. So I think my furthest one is Denver. I think I'm gonna try to go to the Denver one this year.
Oh, okay. I heard that a lot of people wanted to go to that one last year. And did they not? What happened with it?
I don't know. Shit, I went to Denver. So when my sister lived in Denver at the time, so I was staying in the Marriott across the street. The same weekend of her baby shower was the convention, and I didn't know until I saw it on the billboard.
Oh.
I said, fuck it, before the baby shower, I'm going to go try to get some supplies and whatnot.
Right.
So I went over there. It wasn't that bad. Like, I felt like the space that they had was too big for the artists that they did have there. Okay. But I think it's going to be different this year because, Denver is picking up as one of those major cities. But little did I know when I got to the airport, I had to get rid of all of the stuff that I bought because they would. No, I had bought some Ink Easy. I couldn't take that. It was like
not even if you didn't have a
no check bag. I do duffel bags only.
Oh, see, you gotta know.
I can't do no check bag.
I'm always checking a bag, especially if I gotta work. I can't. I don't have enough.
I didn't go for the tattoo convention, so I didn't know. So, but even if that case, I drove to Houston. You laughing? I'm dead ass.
Ain't no way.
I drove all the way to Houston.
Oh no! What?
12 hours is not that bad. I drive 10 to Virginia.
I'm uninterested in driving.
Shit.
Oh my God, driving 12 hours?
I saw Alabama. I saw LSU. I never been to Louisiana, so I drove through Louisiana, saw the bayou and all of that stuff. Like, I'm a scenery person.
That's cute.
When you in the airplane, all you see is clouds.
All I see is the back of my eyelids because I'm asleep in the plane. I am on the plane asleep, waiting on them to tell me that we have made it.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
So how with Instagram? How are you getting your clients? Is it just Instagram? You do the old school way with business cards? Like how do you do everything?
Ooh, mostly Facebook, Instagram. I attempt to get business cards and then I just kind of fall off, and when I run out, I don't order anymore, and it's like too much. It's so much to keep up with, and I know how I do with business cards. So like somebody give me that business card, I don't necessarily take it seriously, so I don't take having them as serious as I probably should.
Because we are a portfolio type thing,
right? So
they
it's
need
like
to see our actual
people want
work.
to see what you did, and you can't put everything on the card. I mean, you put a lot on there, but not enough to really give, I think, a good accurate description. You know
Maybe
what I mean?
like your top 3 on one side and on the other side have the business, but
it's still like some, you get so many cards and you pay out money for these cards, and then depending on who does them and how much you pay for them, and then you see them when you walking down the street, somebody threw it down. It kind of discourages.
Oh yeah, that should be pissing me off.
So it kind of like they ask me, do I have a card? Hey, here's my Instagram, and then I just tell them. And most people are on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok these days, you know. Or, word of mouth still, it's always...
Word of mouth is still the biggest number one to me.
It's still gonna go, yeah.
Like, I get a lot of people have a lot of Instagram followers, but that word of mouth is what be like, oh yeah, I went to Blase, or I went here and he... Like, word of mouth is always gonna be that number one.
Especially if you've done their tattoos. A lot of people tell people about me, I haven't even done their tattoos before. They've just seen me on my page and they'll, pass my information on. So, yeah, word of mouth. And if you got a client that talks about you, then that helps because then they can show what you did.
Facts, they got the actual proof.
Yeah.
So, I'm big on branding.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah, I got it everywhere.
Yeah, I see ink all over the place.
You in here, everywhere, the bathroom, you got, look, wherever you go, you're going to see something ink lord. But I think when you see it so much, that's what makes people want it. Like Nike.
Yeah.
People know that check. Whenever they see that check, it's all right. It don't even have to say Nike.
Right.
It just be the check. So with you, what's your... I see you got your shirt on.
Yeah, I got my logo on my shirt. IAmSheInks. It's a swan. My name is LaSwanda. So I use the swan because of my first name. And then it just has IAmSheInks under the swan. That's the first. It's really my logo that I created. When
And she got it. That's next.
and I
one.
got it tattooed on.
Yeah, that's next. I gotta get my look.
So
I want it on
they
the
can
back of my neck.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm scared though.
Why?
That bone that I'm a skinny.
Oh my
look,
gosh.
when I hold my neck down, it's a
Come
bone
on,
that
man.
peak right.
Come on now. You gotta been had it. You got it everywhere else except for on you. That's crazy. When I created the logo, I got it tattooed that day. It was that serious.
I've been through 8 logos, so.
Well, I ain't never changed it.
See, I've been through. I started off with the right stop because my last name is Wright, so I did like the right stop on the actual stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
I had creators. I had ink chasers. I've had sadistic ink.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my main ones was sadistic ink. And then I
Why
found.
so many?
I was always changing my name. I was always Ink Lord, but ever since I've been tattooing, I've been trying to open up a shop. So I was trying to think of a shop name that wasn't
yours,
focused around me. Because if that joint is called Real Ink Lords, don't nobody want to work at that.
Yeah.
Like, certain people, but you're not gonna catch high artists that already have their standard. They're not gonna want to come work for you if your name
after you.
So I always would change it, and it just got to a point where I was just like, fuck it, let me just go with Real Ink Lord, and I stuck with it.
Yeah, well, I've been IAmSheInks from when I decided I wanted to have a logo or a name for myself.
But that's catchy.
And it's so crazy, like how I came up with it. It was like I was just sitting in my apartment where I tattooed at that time, and I wanted a tattoo of a swan. So that's how it was birthed out of the swan idea. I wanted a tattoo with a swan on it, and then I found this image that I liked, but I didn't like the whole thing. So I wanted like the top part. I didn't like the bottom of it.
Gotcha.
So it was like, well, I'm gonna cut the top off, and I'll use the top. But then what I put under it to make it make sense as a tattoo?
Because it wasn't
Because
no
there was
water,
nothing.
no nothing. Yeah.
No, it was just the image itself. And so I chopped it off, and I was like, well, maybe I can put a name that I wanted to call myself under it. And so I'm sitting here having a whole conversation with myself about what would it be, because I ain't nobody there but me, right? So I'm like, well, let me think. So I'm thinking, and at that time, a lot of people were calling girls who do tattoos Ink Lady,
Yeah.
Or
Ink Man.
it was Ink Guy, Ink Girl, Ink whatever, And so this one guy, he always say, that's my Ink Lady, that's my Ink Lady. But I didn't want to be Ink Lady because I knew somebody named Ink Lady already. Or I didn't know her personally, but I've seen her on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And I was like, well, it can't get that because she's using that. So then I was just talking. I was like, well, somebody might have a conversation with somebody and they might see me walk by and they say, hey, I heard she do tattoos, right? And then the other guy might say, yeah, she inks, right? And then I was IAmSheInks, just like that. It happened so
sense.
fast.
Yeah, mine didn't come that quick.
It happened just like that. It probably, I don't know, it was just so fast. And it was like, well, that's it. And then I found the logo. Well, I found the font that I wanted to use, and I kind of just hand drew it. I drew it by hand, and I had it digitized and had it tattooed and all that.
Mine was
Real
very quick. I was, how when you get into the tattoo game, you got somebody that you following. His was Ink God. This not the Ink God in Atlanta, but the one this was back in 2008, 2009. My homeboy's page was just Cover Up God. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I like his work. I can't be little God. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, what's next to God? Lord. And I was like, Ink Lord. So in college, that was my name, Ink Lord. Then that page got reported in college, posting some wild stuff.
Yeah.
This is when the real asked me, how these people now got the NGL, not gonna lie. We had Ask AM back in the day, so we used to post a lot of crazy stuff, so I used to get banned a lot. But Ink Lord, and then I changed it to Real Ink Lord, and that page got reported, so then I took the underscore off, and I just put Real Ink Lord, and I've been there ever since. So, yeah, mine wasn't as thought out as yours.
Hey, it's stuck, though.
Man, people don't like my name, though.
Why?
They be like, I'm not calling you Lord. I'll be like, it's my name. But they be like, man. And I get it, because coming from another guy, I'm not going to call another man Lord. But I'm not asking them to call me Lord, just Ink Lord. But you know what I'm saying? I've been getting that for a while now. But with branding, what's your number one thing with branding?
When you say my number one thing, what do you mean?
Like as an artist, when you look at a brand, what's the number one thing? Like professionalism, artwork, like what is it when they walk into She Inks, what is the one thing that you want them to leave with?
I think the experience, like
Definitely.
you want to feel a certain way, invited. You want to feel invited. You want to feel like what you asking for, you're going to be able to get. Assurance, I guess, is probably something big for me.
Facts. Experience is the word that I like, when, because it's just
and insecure. You don't want to feel like you coming in here and you're not going to get what you asked for. So it's very important for me to be able to deliver. If I say I can do something, I want to be able to do that.
Yeah, because I be telling clients no all the time.
Yeah.
I don't. If I don't want to do it, I'll be like, yeah, that's not what I'm looking to do right now. And some people be getting mad at me. I'll be like, would you rather me do it and not do it at my top? You know what I'm saying? Performance.
The thing about it with that, they would.
Until they see a fucked up tattoo, then they're gonna be even more mad.
Gonna fuck it up.
I'm not gonna fuck it up, but it's not.
See what I'm saying?
But in my eyes, it's not reaching what I want to put out.
That's true, and I understand, and I commend the ability that you had to do that. But it's like people don't really care about whether the artist likes it or not. They want what they want, right? And I went to school, I went to college, and I graduated. It was a fine arts / graphic commercial design type of situation at the school. So we were taught that it really is not in that realm. It's not about what I want as an artist. I have to be able to deliver what the client wants, right?
Yeah.
So that carries into my artwork sometimes too. So that's why I'm saying like they don't care if you want to do it or not. Like
you're right.
But once you reach a certain level or caliber of artist, and you got your clients and you ain't really doing it to eat, anymore.
Yeah.
Then you can say, hey, nah, I ain't on that this week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I be telling some of my clients and they be laughing. I be like, 5 years ago, I would have did whatever you asked me to do. Yeah. But I be honest with them. I be like, that just don't look right in that space. Mm-hmm. They be like, so what spot do you consider? I be like, yeah, it's better off on your arm than your back because honestly, they be like, I know some artists that be like, tattoos can go anywhere.
Yeah, that's not true. Yeah, that's not true.
They cannot. The flow, especially when they get a quarter sleeve, they be like, yeah, I'm not going to add to it no more. I'm not thinking about getting a whole sleeve. How many of your clients think that they just going to get the outside of their arm and not get no more on that arm?
A lot of them.
Exactly. So let me put it in a spot that I think is going to look best and I know that I can add to and it won't look like two different artists did it.
Yeah.
That brings me to my next question. Can you add to other people's shit?
Yeah. Hey, listen, where I'm at, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't have any reservations about working after somebody else. You know what I mean? Like if I can make it make sense. Now, I won't talk about that.
No name dropping.
Yeah, I got a situation right now at hand that I'm not sure about. Because what he wants, I don't particularly think it's a pleasant looking tattoo, right? However, this is what he asking for. So, for instance, like if you had a tattoo that was, not one of the best,
mm-hmm. Which are all of them, damn near.
That's on you, right? And then say you had your nephew, wanted to come and say, he wanted to pay tribute to you and get the tattoo that you had, just like how you had it. So as an experienced artist, I'm like, bro, that ain't it.
It's not.
Your uncle got it when he was 12, and we don't do that no more.
Facts.
But this is what he wants because he wants it just like yours. Like, do I turn him away and say no, or do I try to convince him to do it in my way as a tribute? A better way.
Convince him. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I be convincing because certain stuff just don't look right.
Yeah.
And you're coming to me.
See my word.
And I tell people this all the time. Do we go to Gucci and tell what Gucci need to put out?
Hey,
or do we go in there and whatever
want something that look just like this. It need to be brown leather with L's and V's.
You can't do it. So when you come to me, know what you looking at because my page promotes what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. And a lot of artists, I be getting a lot of people that be like, yo, I see you do sleeves. I'm trying to get a sleeve. I got 200.
To do what?
My point exactly. and nothing. I'm glad you want to come to me and get tatted, but there is nothing that I can do for 200 sleeve wise.
Right,
now I could do a tattoo for 200 because that's my minimum. But sleeve wise, you coming to me for 200?
Yeah,
we need to bump that up to 2,000.
Yeah, that don't even make sense.
And then we could talk about some sleeve work.
Yeah.
But I get that a lot, and I thought
You thought you had grew from
I
that?
thought I grew out of that, but
Well, it ain't that you didn't grow out of it. It's that the people who are coming to you asking for it have not a great understanding of what real, experienced artists are.
okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they got like people that are at their apartments that do it, and they pay that kind of money.
Yeah.
And then they think that it's just across the board how you're gonna get it. And there needs to be a real awakening about this thing, because people really be expecting you, like they be like, oh, she taxed, and I'll be like, wait a minute.
It's like, you don't know taxing, because I know
'Cause
some
I
motherfuckers that tax.
I've met some taxing people too, and I'm looking at them like, wait, you got how much?
Facts. Look,
Listen,
we know some people in the industry that's charging 30 bands for just the back. And they're worth it. Don't get me wrong. They're worth it.
Anything against that.
But they're also in a different area doing tattoos.
Right. So you have to be mindful of where you are and the people that are there. If you want to, and if you want to make that kind of money, you got to go somewhere else. And you have to make sure that your skills are at that level to be able to do that.
Because, shoot, I'm at the 30. I need to be at 30. I wish I could be at 30.
I ain't even got to be at 30. I could just be at 10.
Hey, look, I'm cool with 10 too, but
Put me at 10, I'm straight.
that 30 be looking a little bit better.
Listen, I live a minimalistic life. 10 is good for me.
Okay, yeah. But
maybe once I get to 10, then I'll be looking at 30. Yeah,
right.
yeah, but I got to get there first.
Look, she said, Papa 10, then I'm going to do it. Say, nah.